What's up? We back with Street Noise Radio, and this is Miss Baby Girl, your host of Street Noise Radio, back-to-back jams, giving you the number one jams and hit. Also in the news, if you haven't heard it, Singles Ladies, the television show, Stacey Dash had quit the show, and they were trying to figure out was she fired or let go, because there's been allegations in the news that Miss Stacey Dash was basically fired from the show. But according to the news that we're reading and getting from Gossip News, that these are just rumors. What really happened with Stacey Dash and Single Ladies, you know, the show with Lisa DeBrat's older sister, stepsister, from Chicago, Illinois area. This film, I believe, was being filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was more of a adult, something not for teenagers, basically, because like I said, I saw the show on VH1. Basically, I just wasn't happy with the show myself, because it basically stereotyped black women. So basically, that's my decision. But once again, my opinion is also. But once again, she said that she quit. She truly enjoyed playing Val on Single Ladies, but she have decided to leave the show. She says she has to be back in LA with her children right now, and the Single Ladies shooting location makes that impossible. And she wished VH1 the best of luck with the show and maintaining the strong fan base they developed in season 1. But once again, it was Stacey's decision, and her commitment to what she feels best for her family. And we thank her for all of her hard work in making Single Ladies a success right out of the gate, they're saying on Gossip News. But once again, we wish Stacey Dash, you probably know her from Clueless, and also as Damon Dash, known as Dame from Rockefeller, cousin. Everyone was thinking that they were sisters and brothers. But, well, once again, we wish Stacey and the decisions that she makes. She probably will come back to the show, or maybe she'll start her own reality show. Once again, who knows? She's a wonderful actress as well. And we also seen her in Rick Ross video as well. So once again, good luck, Stacey, on all that you do and all the choices that you make. And so, also in the news, there's updates on Chris Brown, who finally decided to show some appreciation to the fans that they gave back to him. And also in the news, it's just so much about a Tennessee woman, basically, who killed her. Let me get this story right. A mother that kills her newborn twins with bare hands and then stuffed their little bodies in a bag. And I believe that happened in Huntersville, Tennessee, or something like that. I might be Hendersonville, Tennessee. I apologize. A 24-year-old Hendersonville woman is behind bars in Sumner County on murder charges after she admitted to killing her infant twins minutes after they were born, according to the Hendersonville Police Department affidavit. Lindsay Lowe gave birth to her first son sometimes between 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. Monday night on a toilet in a bathroom of her parents' Park Circle home. Well, Lowe told the detectives that the baby was crying and she did not want her parents, who weren't aware that she was pregnant, to hear her giving birth, basically. So I'm just reading the news and just now getting the news. And then minutes later, the second child that she gave birth to in a similar manner. But I guess her parents or father might have called the police 2 days later around 8:30 a.m. Wednesday, Lowe's father called the police and reported he discovered a newborn's baby dead in a basket in his daughter's bedroom. So I guess basically the parents might have found the baby. This happened in Nashville. Channel 2 News was reporting this, that she was pregnant, but at least one of the parents might have thought she was pregnant, or she tried to hide her pregnancy. We don't know really what's going on with this story. I'm getting little detail from Gossip News. And once again, we will follow up on that story. They're saying it's something like the Casey Anthony story. And also in the news that's going on, the Casey Anthony story, where the mother got off the charges, stating that she did not murder her daughter or something like that. But anyway, we're going to get into that story. But at the same time, we'll be back in just a moment. Yo, who's been keeping up with VH1 Basketball Wives? I mean, isn't that like one of the most hilarious shows? I have been following each episode, and also basically it's, I'm really feeling the first episode, Shadi O'Neal, who's the former wife of Shaquille O'Neal, and I really like Tammy Roman. And with the fight between her and Mika, I was just totally against the violence that broke out. But the television show basically was so hilarious, and I just find some of the mistakes that they made is funny, but also ignorant, because they're no different from no one else. Basically, is what they're showing. But I've been basically seeing posts on like Facebook and tweet in reference with Tammy Roman, who was what she's been saying and everything like that. So you guys probably want to keep up with the show, because now they're in LA. Also, now there was a fight that broke out in LA. One of the wives of the other NBA professional basketball, I'm trying not to laugh, got into a fight with one of the other ladies on the show and decked her right in the face, just knocked her straight out. And it's been really a laughable moments watching the show, but at the same time, I'm just trying not to laugh so much, because it's just really hilarious that they just basically took it to that level to get ignorant, and the fighting break out. I mean, these women are like multi-million-dollar status with these men, and then the ghetto hood side of them come out, and then you see the true sides of them. But once again, like I said, you just gotta see it. It's on VH1. You can catch it online like I do, on VH1. On the show, it's basically called Basketball Wives. Basketball Wives. There's the LA, then it's the Shani O'Neal show, but it's just really hilarious. But also, I've been watching Lala's Full Court. Lala, basically, who hosts some of the MTV Awards, Red Carpet Awards. Also, basically, she's also married to Anthony Carmelo. So, I kind of caught that show also. It's pretty interesting. But then there's some shows that's out there, Famous Foods, that's pretty good, with DJ Paul. And so that's been pretty good also. But I definitely want to see more of Love and Hip Hop, and also Mob Wives. But as far as Basketball Wives LA, and then it's in season 3 as well, like I said, and then Lala's Full Court Life. But like I said, it's so many shows out there, and it's so many different shows to watch, and it's like, which one really hits reality, which one really hits home. And then you got to follow it on VH1 online as well. You can go to VH1.com and also MTV.com also to catch the news. And then there's also the Planet Rock explores the crack epidemic, which Ice-T and Snoop Dogg both are hosting that show. It seemed like it can be a really good show. It's on the crack generation in the hip-hop world as well. We also know that every community, every state, every hood has that area where there's being cracked, dealt, gangs, violence. So basically a lot of stuff is coming out that no one knows, or basically they keep hidden, or they don't talk about. I guess as long as it doesn't affect your community, basically, in other words, as long as it's not in your community, you can give a damn. But those who it does hit in their lower poverty communities, it's really up to the community to do something about that. But once again, as we get more into the news, also some of the other sports wives and girlfriends that never got a really good reality show on there. I'm looking at some of that as well, trying to keep up with the news and what's been going on. We've been having technical difficulties. So basically, with the IT guys, so we basically have to go with the flow. So they were just saying some of the wives that haven't got shown, or some of the ones basically like Dwayne Wade, some of the worst athletes, the attention, the groupies, the breakups, the marriages, LeBron James, matrimony, dumb, and basically I'm just getting my news and information. I've been following it on Gossip News, All Hip Hop News, Global Grind News, Rundown News, Entertainment News, TMZ, MSN, NBC, CNN, and ABC. So you can also check it out if you want to follow up also on these different locations, also with Street Noise Radio as well. But once again, as we get into our show of back-to-back jams and everything of what's going on, like I said, we're in our new location, and once again, we're moving around, and we're waiting to our new location open up here in Michigan. And it's a really nice, beautiful building. So we're just waiting along. And, you know, also as well, I'm a manager as a second position with another company. Is helping troubled teenage girls as well between the ages of 15 and 21. And it's been an experience for me. And I had some moments with some of the girls. But once again, you know, I got to thank God that, hey, I'm healthy, I'm alive. And anytime I can be an inspiration to someone and a motivation, I just thank God for it all. But once again, as we get into our show, and get into our show, and it's also talking about the NFL players, professional NFL players revealing their raunchiest moments, and all these different women out there, and how many out there. We talked about this on some of our other shows on Street Noise Radio. I was told basically by some of the groupie females, basically they asked me not to reveal their name or their identity. People like these different women have been around with Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, and other different women from different locations out of different state. And I told them I would not reveal their identity as well, just protect their identity as well. But at the same time, did you hear that Snoop Dogg also has a football organization that he opened up in Chicago, Illinois? So I think that's really good news. I found out about that, I think, a couple of days ago. So once again, I'm just very excited. And you may not hear the enthusiastic in my voice. But once again, I'm just very happy that there are people out there, celebrity status, in our upper class, that's also coming back helping different communities in different places. And you don't have to actually live in the community to actually help the community in the lower poverty communities, where the lower income communities are. You can live anywhere. You can come out of New York, like I used to live in New York. But at the same time, once again, I grew up here also in Detroit. Over on Fairfield Avenue when my grandmother was alive, named Lena, who passed away in 1998. But still, once again, I still show my love back to New York, where I used to live at, and also here in Detroit, and here in Michigan, and also in Chicago suburbs, where I want to visit, you know. So, and also my best friend, Gina Smith, who lives in Illinois. She still resides there, and her and her family is doing great. And the last time I spoke to her was probably 2003, 2004. And I'm glad for them. But as well as we get into our show back-to-back jams, giving you the #1 hits and jams, as always, hit your girl up, which is me, Miss Baby Girl of Street Noise Radio. You can also comment us and let us know how we're doing, anything, any music you want to hear. If you want to send your music, definitely hit me up at AALIYAH, not the H, but the D, my middle initial D, Fontaine, F is in Franco, UNTAIN at yahoo.com. Send your music to us. We'll put it on the Slam It or Jam It. Once again, you can send it to my email in the MP3 format. It will get airplay. And once again, I thank you for listening in, and we will be back. Thanks. Peace.